Hello everyone, today we are going to open and build this Lego Spidey and his amazing friend set. So this is from the 4 Plus line. I bought it when it first released just because I really want to have this hairpiece from Doc Ock. I haven't watched this series because it's not type of series that I want. But Junior set often comes with some really cool element and prints. So I can't wait to open this. And it's always good, to open some of the older set that I bought that I haven't got the opportunity to build before. So without further ado, let's just open up and start building. And here we are. I have finished building this Spider-Man at Doc Ock's lab. So this is a 4 plus set, so the build wasn't that difficult. In fact, it's actually pretty easy. You pretty much can build without instruction. But anyway, let's take a look at the vehicle before we take a look at the lab. First, we take a look at Doc Ock's exoskeleton type of vehicle. Basically, it has 4 legs instead of 8 legs. Well, kind of makes sense. But you can see the control here, where like Doc Ock can just sit inside, but it doesn't have any studs. So if you flip over that, she will fell off. But it doesn't seem to will fell off here. Anyway, we'll take a look at the minifigure later. But you've got a few articulation point which you can adjust the pose a little bit, but it just kind of up and down. You can't do like forward and back, and that's pretty much Doc Ock's vehicle exoskeleton, whatever you want to call it. And then we have Spider-Man's car. This is a very nice car, to be honest. Like you can remove the claws and replace it with different pieces to make it to be much car-like rather than a superhero car. What I like about this is the specialized piece here, and with the Spider-Man eyes print as the headlight, and I think the color scheme looks really well. you also get this front grill, a printed piece as well. That's why sometimes I like 4 plus set because of all the printed element. Otherwise, it's a really nice sports car for Spider-Man. And finally, we have Doc Ock slab. So we have a printed tile on top to represent, hey, this is Doc Ock slab. It's pretty hard to pronounce. We've got a crane and claw here, which you can kind of rotate. But of course, because of this part here, you have to adjust the angle to not getting hit on this particular part. And you can see the claw is actually pretty useful, but this is the only articulation that you can do. Anyway, but the coolest part of the lab is not this, but actually this part here, basically Doc Ock, I think, capture a spider, which they are doing some experiment on. So this part is another cool print. The coolest part of this lab is that you can open this area, and first time I realized that you can use this piece here to recreate some of the laboratory setting, which I think is really cool. And then you can open it up and take the spider out, and this spider is a new piece for this particular theme, and I think it's a really cool piece to have. And the three minifigures included in this set are Doc Ock, Spider-Man, and Ghost Spider. First, I will take a look at Doc Ock. So Dr. Octopus here, or Doc Ock here. So in this show, they have the female variant. One of the coolest part of these minifigures are they have medium-sized legs, so they are all bendable, which means you get a lot more calorie variant of the legs at this size. It's a pretty good minifigure, to be honest. I especially love the hairpiece, and this is the main reason I bought the set. The set is not that expensive, and you get this unique hairpiece here. And of course, Doc Ock's tentacles or arms, there are four here, plus the bigger vehicle. Then she does have eight tentacles and doesn't have any secondary face, but it's a pretty cool mini figure to have. And then we have Spider-Man from Spidey and his amazing friends. The only major difference compared to other Spider-Man is, again, he has a shorter leg and a different print on the torso. And of course, the head is also slightly different. It's a pretty cool minifigure to have as well. And finally, we have Ghost Spider. Again, it's another really cool minifigure with lovely color and print at torso. She does have the pink spider web, which is not that common. It's kind of new from this film, but it's also always good to get familiar pieces in different color. And this is how she looks at the back. And of course, you can take off her hood to reveal the size of her eyes. Otherwise, it's another cool minifigure to have. And that's it for the Spider-Man at Doc Ock's Lab. So this is actually a set that I quite enjoy, not necessarily the building because it's a 4 plus set, but I love the minifigures included and some of the unique parts also included in this set. Again, it's 4 plus, so you get lots of printed parts, which is really good. But of course, it only makes sense because I like Marvel properties. Even though I don't watch this show, but it's always good for me to get some, Marvel-based mini figures. And on top of that, you get a really, really cool new hairpiece. But what will I do with this set? I don't know. I'm pretty much just going to put away, or unless I figured out some way to utilize the pieces to make some of my own creation. But anyway, let me know what you think about this set in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like.